chick Rick done smashed?
Okay, take it back. On fries? No. No.
She gotta be a good counter.
No, she gotta be like store manager. No, she gotta be.
But what if you really like her?
I wouldn't really like her.
Then the cervical folk be looking at folks, bro, whether it's 10 years ago or last week, it don't matter.
I value woman, I'm up here. My man gotta be up here or more. You can't take this man that's right here.
Now, I've taken a man down there. I've taken several. I've taken a man down there.
Welcome, everyone. Episode 7, Part 2, Expectations. I want to say a big shout out. I'm excited about this episode. I got my people in the building. We're just going to start down the line. So, first person, Mr. Rick, introduce yourself.
Rick G. Yeah. Entertainment manager, Sperry Park Productions, Silent Partner Holdings, all that good stuff.
Okay, Big Rick, he's modest. He has about 49 restaurants. He's a manager. You know, I'm going to let him tell his secrets later. But next person I want to introduce is Miss Drea. She's Drea. Sorry, I call her Drea. She's a photographer, the #1 in Atlanta. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
I am Drea Nicole. I am a photographer here in Atlanta, Georgia. I also own a candle line, Rebel Home. And what else I do?
You just did the cover of Essence. That happened.
I mean, I did shoot the cover of Essence this year. That was a big thing for me.
Have your own studio.
I got my own studio. I have my own kids. I mean, like, sis is winning.
Okay, the next person obviously is not a guest, co-host, Mr. Robert Red Russian. Go ahead, Mr. Red.
Thank you.
Okay, and our last guest, co-host, Mr. Josh Powell. Introduce yourself.
You did?
They over it. Okay.
I should have did that.
Big man, 2-time NBA champion, Mr. Powell. Los Angeles Lakers. Shut up. Atlanta Hawks. Houston Rockets.
Man,
Sacramento Kings.
You leaving out the best
overseas.
team. You leaving out the best
Which
team.
one?
Riverdale Raiders.
Oh, Lord. Riverdale High School Raiders.
Yeah. Southside.
Retired jersey at Riverdale.
There you go.
That part.
Southside.
So we're just going to kind of recap what happened last week. Last week, it kind of went around in circles, but it made sense to me. We talked about expectations in dating and in a relationship. Mr. Red suggested that, you know, us women might miss out on our blessing if we don't decide to take the tab. If it's a great guy and it's the first date, he asks you out on a date. If at the end he says, hey, I need you to cover this tab, I think it's crazy. But we're going to kind of carry back on to that.
I said?
Absolutely.
Sounds about
right. Yeah.
Sound about right.
Yeah. This episode is part 2 of it, and we're going to also talk about when is too soon. And then you get my drift, sex, when dating in a relationship. So I want to start with Mr. Rick on the end here.
All right.
Very charismatic guy.
Okay.
When is too soon in dating?
I don't think there is a certain rubric of how soon it is. I think a lot of it depends on, you know, date frequency, date quality, rapport, history between you know, two people. You might go on 5 dates in a week. You know what I'm saying? That's putting that thing on speed. You know what I'm saying? So you might go. It might take you. You know what I mean? 1 date a week for a month. So I don't think it's a minimum of when somebody need to do something. You know what I'm saying? I think whenever y'all feel it and you feel like you're ready to do it, you know. I know people who have had sex the first night and they've, you know, went fire. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, actually, I know somebody who got married off of one night. It's not a one night stand, but they had sex the first night. So,
all right, right there. What is considered a one night stand when you have sex with someone and you don't talk to them anymore, or just
no.
What is it classified?
To them again. If you talk to them again, it's no longer a one night stand.
Why?
Because I mean, y'all see, it's a thing. Y'all was talking, y'all was dealing, y'all was whatever. But if you have sex with somebody, you never hear from them again. That's a one night stand. If you have sex with somebody the first night, and then y'all, you know, go to Applebee's 2 weeks later. You know what I mean?
So if you continue to date someone, that's just having sex the first date.
Yeah, that's just popping off first night. You know what I'm saying?
I see that.
So I know people who have done that, and it's led to a successful relationship. So I don't think it's necessarily relationship suicide if you give it up the first night. It's got to be, if you're feeling it.
Question: does body count matter to you?
Man, that's a tough one. I think it matters to all of us. But yeah, I mean, if I met somebody, she told me she had a cool 100 bodies. Yeah, it's gonna be tough for me. So I have a formula, if you will.
Oh God.
Let us hear this.
So in theory,
Rick G formula.
So in theory, every woman has started having sex between the ages of, I'm gonna say, like, let's say 15, 16 on average,
That is
right?
early.
Is it?
It's super early.
Okay, 15. Prime, you go to prime 16, 17.
Hey,
So
bro, keep up with your theory.
Let us know what on average, I'm saying 15 to 17, right? So let's just say she started having sex. Let's say she's 25 years old. Let's say she caught 2 bodies a year. All right? Over those, let me see. So I said 15. Let's say 15 to 25. Let's say you caught 2 bodies
20.
a year. That's not a lot of bodies. That's 2 bodies a year. That's only 2 new cats a year.
Times 10?
Yeah. That's 20. That's 20 bodies right there.
That's light. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So if you meet a woman, she's 25 years old, she got 20 bodies. If she started having sex at 15, you can't look at her really crazy. Like, that's only 2 bodies a year. That's not crazy. That's not counting whole phase, because every woman break up and they kind of go through that phase 6 months where they look up like, oh, what the fuck I've been doing? I catch a smooth 3.
What I've been doing.
I catch a smooth 3. Come on, I was having fun. I was just, so it was summer. You know what I mean? So so I got this theory. Yeah, I'm saying, if you meet a woman, like 25, like 30 years old, you meet a woman that's 30 years old, and she got 25 bodies, you can't look at her crazy, because like she really haven't wilded out. And again, most women have a relationship that's long at some point, so like they're not gonna catch that too during those times. But that whole phase is a motherfucker, man.
I think it with men, I think it's more on the lines of like really who it was with versus the body.
But we in
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Like, did you smash one of my homeboys? Did you smash one of my co-workers, or did you smash somebody that I'm on the same field with? Like, I think
that's
that
what you worry about the most versus the number of bodies.
But none of us are from Atlanta. So what if she was wilding in her hometown
Right.
and she come to Atlanta on some reset shit? You go want to know, like, okay, so just how friendly was you back in Nebraska?
that really don't count, because you're not going to Nebraska. When you go to Nebraska for Thanksgiving, you in and out.
Yeah, but if I buy a car from Nebraska that was rear-ended 32 times, I'm motherfucking feel away.
It count. It count,
It
bro. It's a circle
in Nebraska,
thing too, though.
if she leave Nebraska and just change her life and move to Atlanta.
So Nebraska got 50 bodies.
You know the circle that you roll in,
and she come to
bro.
Atlanta. She still got them 50 bodies.
Have she smashed anybody in my circle?
That's what you don't know. She might not tell you that.
So let me piggyback off of this. I remember an interview with
I don't know nobody
Drea.
in Nebraska.
Drea said you could delete wholeness. And it was a big thing, like, oh, you wholeness deletes. This was on Breakfast Club. Y'all can look it up. Do you think a woman can delete wholeness?
We can't. They can't. Nope.
Yeah, we can.
I think you just ain't got to talk about it.
We can't.
No,
they
if
can't.
it's out there.
Oh.
If it's out, people know. But you go a couple years, you ain't home. You chilling out, homemaker type shit. Can your wholeness get deleted?
No.
I agree with you.
From other people's viewpoint, no.
I don't know.
From other people's views, no.
I don't know. And I'm going to say I don't know, because I think on the man's side, I think you're not going to find that whole man until he's been through that whole phase. So I'm not going to be biased on the man and be like, all
What are we
right.
calling the whole fact? Can we define that, please?
I don't think it's the right time until that man done had his way, did his thing, been in the streets, done did all the fuckery he had to get out of his system. Yeah. And I think that's when the man's ready. Now with the feet, I don't know. Did she smash anybody in my circle? Or somebody I got to be running up against?
You got a few friends. So, I mean, it's a whole other city.
How can you get over that?
My thing is this. It don't have to be a few friends. Let's say it was one friend.
How
And that
close?
was a different time. Let's say that was 6 years ago. So you going to judge this person because they smashed me 6 years ago?
We'll wait no more 5K. I can't. With a chick Rick done smashed.
Right.
We riding on our way to the park and she thinking about
That
rape.
was old news.
Exactly. You got to get over that. You
Okay.
got to grow up. We're adults.
You was 10 years ago.
So boom, let's say y'all out the other night, you meet a dude, feeling them, he paid the tab. I know you like that. And shit is going good. And then Lex come to you like, look, I got to keep it real with you. Yo, me and him, we had like a little 6-month situation 5 years ago. can you then continue like, yo, this could be my man, or is it just like at that point kind of fun?
I mean, that was 5 years ago.
5 years ago, but he did everything.
It doesn't matter.
So it's cool with you. You could be like, and Lex could come to the wedding.
I just met Lex.
I'm saying she come to the
So
wedding.
what she did 5 years ago.
But you talk to Lex every day now, and you see her every week.
But I wasn't in the picture.
You wasn't.
When you was with this dude
Absolutely
10 years ago.
But
Y'all ain't keeping it 1,000.
I said, so she can come to the wedding. And
Who, me?
Yeah.
Why?
Y'all ain't keeping it a buck, man.
Yeah, I agree.
That matters when it's within the circle. Cause folks be looking at folks, bro. Whether it's 10 years ago or last week, it don't matter.
It don't bother me.
Like you gotta, if you catch it at the right time. Like if some people try to hold on to stuff and don't tell you, that's some bull.
Yeah.
But if we already did this and we locked in, and then you want to give me, that's some bull. Don't do that. Shoot it straight to me.
So your new boo,
I'm with you on that.
your new boo, if it come out that he smashed one of the homies, you gonna be cool with it?
It's too late. Yeah.
Really?
Absolutely.
If you've already been smashing him, it's like
Absolutely too late.
That's one of my biggest fears, man. You walking holding
I'm
hands
gonna
on
be
Linux
mad
with a chick, speak to one cat, speak to another cat. Like, you know everybody in this motherfucker. Like, that's one of my fears.
I ain't tripping on other niggas that I don't fuck with, but like in my circle, that matters. That matters. In my circle, that matters.
I think it depends. I think that, my situation, I ain't gonna put my situation out there, but since he can put my situation out there. The thing is, I think that if I've already done something with this person, and then I find out, let's say even 3 weeks from now, that you did something with someone that I know in my immediate circle, I'm going to feel some type of way, but it ain't going to change because, he laying it down. Right?
He did his thing.
Over it.
Yeah, he did his thing. He got you fucked up already.
Okay, touche. You could have told me moving forward.
So you going to lead a girl?
Listen, man, what y'all don't understand, a human being is going to be human. So
yeah, you going to feel ways.
But the thing is, though, if somebody really, you had a good time with that person, you know what I'm saying? And y'all end up connecting again and all that type of stuff, and you with somebody else, man, things could easily jump back off. That's why I said it's important to know what's going on. Let me know.
Women are way stronger than us because I
that's
can't
that's
do
a
it.
negative.
I can't do it.
Cause they way slicker. They be on the BS, bro.
But even in that piece, like women forgive. Like a woman to know you smash another chick and she'll forgive and be. You know what I mean? A man to find out his girl been with somebody else, been texting with another girl. He sliding down the damn wall like I can't believe it. I can't handle it, man. I'll be honest.
I honestly think too it depends on the person, because if it was someone that I was all right feeling, then I find out he smashed one of my friends, I'm just gonna let him go.
I'm gonna smash the stranger. Shit, I don't want to know you did anything. You know what I'm saying?
Are y'all asking how many when y'all go into a relationship? Y'all asking what's your body count?
I ain't never asked to do that.
I feel like Rick has. Look at it.
If Shawty asks me, it's free game.
Uh-huh.
If Shawty asks me, it's free game.
You gonna ask her?
Facts.
I will expect for you to.
But we grown, you feel me? Like I ain't gonna sit up there.
You're absolutely not getting the truth. We know that, right?
Why even ask the question?
They gonna say whatever they say to sound holy.
Dude, how many bodies you had?
7.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Why wouldn't you though?
It doesn't matter.
It's some women out there.
You're gonna lie about it anyway.
Who gonna lie about it?
You gonna be like, I had probably about 75 bodies.
Who can say that?
You're
That's a lot of
not
bodies.
gonna say, yo, I had about 75.
Who not gonna say that?
You gonna say that?
If you ask me, I'm gonna give you the truth.
How many
Shawty.
bodies you had?
I'm not saying that on the podcast.
Hey,
Keep it real, John.
I'm just saying.
These folks don't want to keep it real.
Man, I ain't doing that on this
many bodies?
podcast though. But I'm
do
gonna let her know.
a nigga know how many bodies they had though at this point?
Absolutely not.
Y'all be doing rough guesstimations, don't you?
I'm estimate.
I'm
Look,
sure-
5, take 5 away.
I'm sure y'all one night's been a lot from a man.
Look at Rick. Look. I'm sick of them.
I write them down. I write them down. I got a list.
You write them down still
Yeah.
now.
Oh,
No, you don't.
they got a black book, yeah.
It's not okay. So listen. So be clear.
Still now?
Well, I'm not really moving. I'm talking about like back in the day. Y'all wrote them. I wrote
His notes in his iPhone.
This ain't your notes.
No.
How many bodies?
What's the title?
No.
Oh!
It's not whoa, but it's like I write them down.
Clearly, he got last
So
name
I'm very
first.
like I'm very. I'm very like I don't know, like meticulous or something like that. But I like to keep record of everything. Like I like to.
I ain't wrote mine
I remember
down.
like when I was little, I used to save all my pay stubs from like my jobs and shit, so I could add it up. I want to know when I made $1 million. Like I wanted to like be able to count that shit and go back. Like,
So you want to count them bodies too.
I just don't ever
This
want to
nigga really got a real body count, bro. What is the title on your notes?
But some of them names is longs though.
Big bodies.
Fuck out of here.
Some of them names had like three letters,
it's
three
just
names.
girls. You just say girls.
Girl.
You say girls. That's all.
You ain't got a lot of us.
No, she
Hey,
said
that's
that
hard,
so she can
though.
see the shit.
It wasn't like a one name. It was literally
No,
like,
the title, like they wanted the title. Look, it says girls.
and
Legs.
it's at the top.
No, you
Wait a minute. Well, look, it's at the top of the note. That means he just.
No, I know. How about
He
just
just
touched
added
it?
some. He just added some. They
No.
got busy last night.
No.
Nigga called a new one last night.
No.
That's why you better y'all
When I
sad.
when I touched it, Joe, I just deleted it, just updated it, but no. So
Nah, he caught a new one last night. Is at the
I
top of
wrote
the
it
note.
down. I
Absolutely.
assumed everybody wrote it down.
No, we stop after you get off the fingers.
Question. He got me though. Is it a difference if a girl invites you to her home compared if a guy invites you to his home? Saying, so if you're dating someone, if a guy invites a woman to her home, is it a difference as if a woman invites a guy to her home?
If you're dating.
And why? If you're dating.
It
And
doesn't
why?
matter if you're dating.
It's a lot of little small like semantics and shit like that, but you gotta understand, we always want to fuck. That's the aim. We meet you in the club and we go like, hey, let's go to breakfast. We trying to fuck. Okay, listen, we trying to fuck. So that's like to be. So when the chick invites you to a crib, it's like, it's my lucky day. Like, oh shit, like yeah, I'm coming over. You know what I'm
But
saying?
you're talking about when you first meet somebody.
We talk about just period. I'm talking about we've been talking and the chick say, hey, why don't you come over? We like, oh shit.
No.
Yes.
Let's say if you just meet them.
What you mean it's fire?
Let's say it's been 3 weeks.
Right.
And she invites you to her crib.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You think like, oh, she trying to go up through there.
I mean, hell, if I invite you over 3 weeks,
This is what the debate's been about. So we were talking about this yesterday, actually.
Okay.
If a guy invites you to a female to his home, it's more of the expectations of trying to smash.
He could invite your ass to Lemon
Is
Small. He could try to take you to dress.
That's what I think.
That's what it is.
Whereas if a woman invites you to her home, it ain't too many women that's inviting you to their home, and that means a little something else. Do you think that or no?
I
Depends
don't.
on it depends on the person, because you gotta realize like I ain't never want chicks coming to my house. So it's guys that don't want chicks coming to their house, just like women don't want dudes coming to their house. So it's like he said, like niggas want to smash, regardless. And why women deal with dudes they not sexually attracted to? Y'all know when y'all want to smash a dude. When you first start messing with him, you know if you go smash
So
him.
they want to trip. They want to eat.
Everybody don't want that.
They want hookah.
They
want
want
hookah.
Everybody, I'll take the hookah.
That's what I'm saying.
$20.
Want the hookah.
Very low expectations there. I just want a hookah.
Be
Okay.
like that.
Everybody don't want a meal, Josh. Everybody don't want the trips. That ain't in my resume. That's a plus.
So what do women want?
You tell us.
What do women want?
Because you're very high
Because
standard.
y'all don't listen.
Well, I'm a high standard. I don't
Absolutely.
think so.
What do you want?
So you're a low standard.
I'm not a low standard.
ain't low
either.
Then ain't nothing wrong with being a high.
I mean, I'm
if you
just
got
saying,
your
but no,
standard,
she's like, you are high.
I think
if
it's
you
something.
take it like that,
I think it's something wrong with being high standard.
Oh, of course you do. Because you want us to take it down
12 notches.
and,
No,
and,
not
go,
12.
and go like this.
It can be 1, but not 12. I think we just value our expectations. We value. It's not about love now. It's just we value all kind of different shit, financial, fame, and all that shit. It's not about love. Like you gotta just picture my daughter. When my daughter get older, she is gonna be, I don't know the percentile, but when Rain get older, she get grown, she's gonna be in the 1% of people her age as far as financially. The girl making money right now, fucking 4 years old. So she's gonna be a star. She's gonna, everything. It's gonna be hard for her to find real love if she's looking for somebody on her level like that. It's tough. Like we don't realize how tough that is. Like what they say, the high value man, high value woman. Like it's not many men out there that make $500,000 a year, and women are fighting for that high value man or whatever, and it ain't a lot.
Piggybacking off what Red said, would you date someone that works at McDonald's?
No.
I'm with you on that.
Absolutely
I'm not
not.
doing McDonald's.
I mean, okay, take it back. On fries, no. No.
She got to be at the counter.
No, she got to be like store
Driver?
manager. No, she got to be.
But what if you really like her?
I wouldn't really like her. I wouldn't.
What if she don't tell you what she do?
Exactly. You find out 2 months later.
Motherfuckers come and smell like fries and shit. That's a giveaway. You know what I'm saying? It's like a McMuffin and shit. Like, what's wrong with you? So, nah, I don't think that. Nah, I mean, listen, I respect McDonald's and all that shit. I mean, when you 16, it's the shit. Like, put some extra fries in my bag. But like at this age, you know what I mean? It's a liability. Too much of a liability. You know what I'm saying? To be dating somebody who make, I don't know, $19,000 a year. It just don't make sense.
Boom, we R&B night. Boom, we in the section. We got our section. Lex on the hookah. Drea got a drink. We chilling. Me and JP's, we right there. Boom. Section over there. You got a couple of bad little joints. Walk through. Boom, boom, boom.
A dime. She's a dime.
She ain't a dime.
Okay, she's just bad.
She's not a dime.
Okay.
She's a cold 8.
Cold.
A solid 8.
Love a solid 8.
Solid 8. Real hair. Wavy. Look like she just got out the shower type shit. She dress fly. Everything. Nice body and everything.
On the McDonald's side?
She decent. She don't have the Chanel. She don't have that. I don't know what the outfit she got on, but it's dope. She looking good. Y'all exchange numbers.
Yeah.
Boom. Y'all exchange numbers. She pull up to you at the restaurant. Y'all have lunch. Boom, boom. You take out the dinner. Now you at week 3.
That's a lot of disclaimers.
A lot of shit.
So I think before that, he going to been an
I got enough. Okay, so listen, I'm not just against McDonald's. It's actually my favorite fast food. I love a Big Mac. But here's the thing, that shit is like saying meeting an 8 at the bus stop. Ain't no 8 sitting on bus stops, dog. Like, trust me. Like, you ain't. Last time you rode down the street, you seen an 8 sitting on the bus stop. It's just a certain lifestyle that just it doesn't happen.
So there's no girls from McDonald's in the club with their home girls?
Ain't no 30-something-year-old 8s working at McDonald's in a club in Atlanta. I've seen one bad chick that worked fast food. I was in Miami at Moe's. Oh, this motherfucker's incredible. Right? She probably was like, Cuban or some wild shit. And I was like, fuck, she's crazy. But that's it. Like, and again, I don't make the rules. It's fucked up. But like, you would see a bad chick on the bus stop when we was like 15, 16. You're not seeing that shit at 25. So you're just going to give her a ride.
Can I finish my story? Because I ain't getting no answer. All right, we're week 3. Y'all kicking it or whatever. Y'all talk. She absolutely lied to you about McDonald's.
Absolutely.
She absolutely lied because she know your stature. She know what you on. She heard this podcast. So she know the type of shit you on. So now y'all at week 7.5.
Yeah.
You smash.
Several times.
No, this not. He smashed 7.5. It's fucking amazing.
Okay.
And you're in love.
Run it back. No, he ain't in love yet, but he really liking this chick.
Okay.
But you think she a social worker.
Okay.
She really fucking lied.
Right.
So now you hit it again. Boom, boom, boom. Y'all spending time.
Quality.
Rick, I need to talk to you.
Right.
I need to talk to you.
Okay.
I know what you do. I know, you're a high value man, as they say. Boom, boom, I have something to tell you.
What's up?
I lied.
Okay. What do you do?
I work at McDonald's.
Like you like a crew chief?
Second window.
You like on fries? Like you
No.
on pies? Washing lettuce? Like what you do?
No, I'm a cashier. I'm a cashier at McDonald's. Boom, check it out. Check it out.
At that point, I ain't go front on it. Because I mean, at that point, I'm so far in. Like, is this all you want to do? Like, do you want to do something else?
No, I had a bad break. I was in a relationship. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know the story. We can
Well,
make
at
the
that
story,
point,
but
yeah.
right now, she at this moment, she didn't sit on her ass. She went and got a job at McDonald's,
Oh, totally.
and now you fucked up about it.
No. Totally. We go get her in the restaurant. We go
See,
make
that's
her.
what I'm saying. But that's the thing. But out the gate, he automatically said no to McDonald's.
Right.
Well, you gotta understand. And again, I'm not going by it just being McDonald's. I'm going by traditionally people who work in McDonald's who just choose that as a career path, or they're just sentenced to that as a career path because of lack of work ethic or lack of education or whatever. They typically don't have the intangibles that, most niggas go on a date like at this age and in this space. So that's where that comes from. Now, if somebody, has a string of bad luck and they end up in that situation, it's a different situation, but you gotta understand. Let's say if she was an accountant and she hit a string of bad luck, chances are she's not going from accountant to cashier. She's gonna go be able to work at Chase or some other shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's a huge, change. It's like saying a nigga a lawyer, he loses his job, and a nigga working at Arby's. You know what I'm saying? So that's super unrealistic. But if it was to happen like that, I didn't know when I was feeling her and everything is clicking, then yeah, at that point, I'm going to pour into her, because that's your word. You love that word. I'm going to pour into her and help her out.
They don't ever want to pour.
But why do we, I think that's one reason why we so fucked up right now, and there's so many single people, so many breakups. Like, why we won't, especially high value, we keep throwing that around. You're a high value man. Why do we, and it sounds fucked up, but why do we have to have that woman with the ambition, the grind, or whatever? Why we can't get that woman that's going to give us peace, take care of a home, raise a child, and just be a perfect example as a woman?
Right.
Why we can't get that person in love and make a union with that? Why do we have to have that?
Traditionally, we don't share the same values. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have a crazy work ethic and they just don't, if you got crazy education and they was dropped out in the 3rd grade, it's like it's nothing to kind of build upon. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you're looking down on them. Maybe
that's not true. You can't say that. That's not true. Y'all could be building you thinking business wise.
I'm thinking
you can be building a home. You can be building a family.
No, you can build a home and a family. But I mean, if you talk about, I'm about to go to my high school, my college reunion, she talking about I dropped out in the 8th grade, right? Just on
that's a stretch.
There's some extremes, my brother.
Yeah, that's a stretch. That's a little stretch.
You just came with a crazy extreme. So
that's a stretch. Though.
Okay, I dropped out of high school.
It's high school diplomas
I dropped
in
out of high school.
McDonald's.
It's a lot of them, right? Okay, cool.
Rick, I used to work at McDonald's in high school.
How old were you?
Great job. You turned out good.
I was 18.
You were 18, right? Same thing.
But listen, that was my first job.
Yeah, that's fine.
But ain't no high value man picked you
Right.
at that time.
That's what I'm saying. So,
Actually, they did.
No, you did.
it was you was young. You was a young
Right.
tender. And they
The
was old.
local drug dealer.
Hold on,
Right.
dynamic.
Because he just smashed and
Right.
kept it
He
moving.
didn't smash me.
We some apple pies. Right?
No.
So all I'm saying is that it's tough to find something to build upon. Like, yo, is this some great-hearted women that's underachieving? Sure. There's some great-hearted men that's underachieving. Sure. But that don't mean a woman who looks a certain way, who has a certain thing going on, will get that dude a chance. It's a lot of cats, man, who, be great husbands, great supporters, die for you. But you're not gonna give them a chance just based on that. You like, I get all that. You got a good heart and all that, nigga. But
That's why women are so fucking single now. That's the whole point. That's why we are fucked up as a community, a culture.
Is this women are single by choice, or do you?
No, we got this whole stigma that if I'm a high value woman, I'm up here, my man got to be up here or more. You can't take this man that's right here.
Now, I've taken a man down
taken
there.
several.
I've taken a man down there.
how'd that
All right.
Kick it.
It got irritating
Because
our, like you said, conversations was different. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm a go-getter. I'm a hustle just as hard as a man.
So then you need to speak on that, Queen, because I think on this side of the room, for you both, it's that business that I hear versus love. It ain't as much.
I'm not thinking business. I'm just talking about like.
But let me finish. But it is in a sense, because when I hear both of you speak, it's the ambition, the drive. It's what are you talking about? You feel me? Like the love aspect seems to be second. not
no,
first.
love for me is first.
I hear you, but the only thing. So then
You ain't let me finish.
But I was going further though.
No, you cut me off.
But again, I've been sitting here patiently waiting and listening to a lot of the conversation. And again, I don't hear love first. I don't hear those certain qualities. For example, Red just spoke about peace and doing this and building and all of that.
Yes.
So the conversations
but then
are different.
Sometimes you got to be realistic too, because sometimes we could sit and be in a relationship with somebody, and if I'm out here, I have what I got going on, right?
Back to
Even
what
when
I'm saying.
I didn't have what I had going on, I was working as an IT consultant.
What I'm saying.
The dude was a police officer, but with me wanting to get to where I wanted to go, he don't understand the conversations I'm trying to have with him. He don't understand where I'm trying to go. Why you want to do that?
Thanks for the confirmation. You basically just did that for me. I appreciate it.
Hey,
Where you trying
You
to go?
just did that though. Like you said I didn't let you finish, right? I shut up.
I'm just saying. It's
went
different.
IT, police, conversation, this, where I'm going, where he not going. So that's what I'm saying. So what we have to do is be very clear on the type of partners that we want in order to have the relationships that we want. Not say something that sounds good, right? A lot of us say the shit that sounds good, but that ain't what we really want, right? Some women might be like, yeah, I want love. That ain't what you want. You want somebody you want to grow a business with and be on that type of time with. And then you got other people that's like, nah, I want business, but you really looking for love. But we're not expressing that. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you want, King, cool. But express that and be clear, because we're not being really clear on the things that we actually want. And that's where the confusion is. And that's where the frustration lies.
I mean, I don't know. I could agree to disagree.
I feel you. But I'm sitting here really listening to you. And I haven't really, like, you was like, yeah, I want love. And then you said, well, I was at IT and he was a police officer. That don't sound like love. Because we look in that position.
I'm just saying, because we were at the same financial level. We was at the same, it wasn't one above the other or nothing like that. But at the same time, once it got to a point where I wanted to grow and all of that, and plus he had other stuff going on. I ain't going into all the details, but he had a lot of stuff going on himself.
Could we chalk that up to like you just picked the wrong person?
Oh, I know I picked the wrong person.
So we can't really just dive in and look at it one way. Like sometimes we fuck up. Like we really fuck up and just pick the wrong person.
I always pick the wrong person most of the time. 90% of the time. But I choose. The difference with me is I choose my partners, whoever, I kind of choose them maybe before they choose me. If I hear what you're talking about, I try to get to know them for them first.
Thirsty, ain't you?
No. I mean, that's very rare.
Okay.
But let's say situation of the night. I like them.
Which one?
Shut up. Football.
Okay.
So we've been talking about him for a couple weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like him, but I'm still trying to figure him out. Boom, boom, boom. So once we had that conversation, you get what I'm saying? I knew I picked him for the right reason. First of all, I lowered my standards for a couple of reasons. Not saying he's to lower. It doesn't mean what he thinks, like you have to go in a different tax bracket. Lowering standards for me is typically someone, for me, just because of the circles I'm in, it's always someone that's in this spotlight 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
He's completely opposite. He don't go out. He don't do this. He don't none of that. He came out because he was hanging out with his friend, and we just ran into him. When I texted him, hey, you want to come here? He said, hey, I'm walking in. You get what I'm saying? We had that conversation. Once that conversation was had, obviously he already had the qualities I like. Sports, tired, boom, boom. And I think it was different because I would have never found him in the spots that I go to. I found him at the gym. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always at the gym, but it was just different. And I think once we finally talked, expressed with each other, we both have an understanding. We like each other. Let's figure this shit out. Because we too old to be playing with people. So I don't care what he makes, even though he is stable. You know what I'm saying? But it never had nothing to do with that at first. It was me liking him. I didn't even know what he did. I didn't know what he did. So I always, I think, take a step back when it comes to picking the person. But most of the time, I pick the wrong person because once I fully get invested with that person, it's always some bullshit behind it. It's always either baby mama drama or it's always some, why are you coaching a men's league? Or it's always some, you know what, you make more money. Let me just be the stay-at-home dad. And I ain't even got a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? so it comes back to people get complacent and people get to the point where they're happy with what you're doing, and oh, you know what, she the breadwinner, like you go ahead and keep making it, because everybody, like you said, don't make a lot of money. It's a small percentile of guys who's really just making 6 figures or more, 7 figures, whatever. But there's nothing wrong with dating someone who makes 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. If at the end of the day, the end goal is to let's build with each other. For me,
so
I'm with you.
No,
I'm
saying I agree.
Yeah, I'm with
like,
you. I'm going off of him though.
No, okay,
because
so
Rick think
what I think.
that this is what Rick thinks, because I've been hearing him the last week.
Talk to me.
The last week, what I'm explaining to you, Mr. Rick, is
talk to me.
You can really like someone based off the story he told you. They tell you later that this is what they really do. But now you didn't already built that foundation of I really like you. So at this point, based off the story he gave you, are you going to pour into that person? Or are you going to say, I can't F with you because you work at Mickey D's?
Here's the thing.
We got to stick with Mickey D's because this is a real situation.
Well, here's the thing. A couple of things. I think we're getting lowering standards with changing standards. Lowering standards is doing this. Changing is like, okay, let me commute this idea to this idea.
We talked about this.
But it is though, because lowering is to denote that something is lesser than what it was before. Changing is it's lowering. It's the root word, lower. It means to bring down. So if you change, lower means to bring down. So it means your standard was here. $1,000 becomes $500. That's lower.
But you're talking about financial.
No. I didn't say that's my salary. Who makes that? So again, lower means that you're lowering something. Change means that you're commuting it to something else. Like, I only like basketball players, now I like football players. It's two different things, but it's changing. It's not lowering it. So that's the first thing. Second thing is that I don't want to get this rap as like, it has to be this. No, check it. I don't come from anything. Okay? I come from nothing. All right? Keep it all the way real. My parents both were on drugs. I come from poverty. I didn't have shit. I made myself into what I have today, right? So there's no way that I'm going to go ahead and go out here and go fuck with this, because I know what that is. Like, people talk about all this. I lived it. I still live it. And I understand what comes along with that. A motherfucker working at McDonald's has nothing to do with them or they just get opportunity. That shit is here. And the motherfucker don't have it here, then you and I can't can't talk the same for you to point to my children. How you gonna teach my babies to be a certain thing if you never had it in here and in here? So that's more my reason why I'm not fucking with a wife from McDonald's. It's nothing to do when she makes a thing, because I don't need her money. We good, baby.
She was the manager though.
I just said that's a different thing, because again, that means she has something different in here and in here, because she worked from here to get there. But this motherfucker's cool with being on fries for the last 15 years. True story. Listen, she don't have it in here and in here to get at my babies. I'm not fucking with that. I'd rather fuck with somebody who has it in these two places in order to tell my babies to do something else, because they might have different values than me. That's what it comes down to. I don't need a dime from a woman. So it's not like, you work at McDonald's? I'm looking down on you. Great people working at McDonald's. I know a lot of them. But if you don't have it here and here, it's nothing we could talk about. We can't connect on nothing. And that's why I get into lowering standards. It's a difference in lowering standards and then commuting your ideas. But you got to understand who I am beyond, 5-10 minute conversation. Like, this shit means something totally else to me. I got cousins and family that's back in the hood, and I try to pull them out, try to teach them shit, and give them opportunities, and they fuck it up. It ain't got nothing to do with the fact that, whatever, they don't have it in here and in here. They don't have it. We all know people who we've tried to help, and they just don't have it. And a lot of times, motherfuckers who work at McDonald's, and they 30-some years old, they done went left somewhere in life that has kept them there. Nobody wants to be there. We go to any McDonald's in America right now, nigga 40 years old, he ain't loving the shit.
Or he could be.
No,
He could be.
Most
So
times,
that's we say McDonald's. That's a string. Say 40,000 a year. What job is 40,000?
That's different. Lots of 40,000. Listen, again,
The average fucking woman income is like, in the U.S. is like probably 30-some fucking thousand. So pick a job that's making 30.
They make about 45, I guess. I don't know. But again,
Not even a school teacher. Let's go something under there, or convenience store worker or something like
I'm
that.
just gonna say
The average is 30.
For me, in order for me to be happy with what I know she's gonna pour into my children, she has to have something here and here that a lot of times those people don't have. And they don't have, and they got a bunch of great reasons why they don't have it. They come from fucked up backgrounds. They never got the opportunities. Whatever happened. But shit, I'm sorry. I don't want that for my next generation. So that's more of a reason for me. I don't want to have to climb over those obstacles. They're great people. Can I dig through the shit with them? Can I build them up, get them some therapy and all that shit? I can. But I don't got that kind of time. I'm 38 years old. I don't have no children. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of need somebody at this point that's ready-made. If I was going to do that, that would have been 10 years ago. I need somebody who kind of got their mind right and who can at least pass it on to the children. So that's like what my shit is rooted in. You know what I'm saying? It's not a, you're less than me because you work there. Nah, total respect for you. But we just can't G like that. That's all.
I think that building, I think that shit be such bullshit, and we think that shit is such a hard thing as far as building a person. That shit don't take that much. Yeah. And then the thing is, we look at somebody that might have this and say they fucked up. I see where you coming from, and that's absolutely right.
Yeah.
I feel it. Like I said, the relationships is a risk anyway. But at the same time, you can have that same woman that got her shit together, that's smart as hell, and will be a half-ass mother versus that goddamn woman that ain't had shit her whole life. She worked at McDonald's. She ain't making but $20,000 a year. When that fucking baby come out of her, that's gonna be the most important thing ever in life to her. But you got this CEO that's running around, half-ass see the baby. Now you got a fucking nanny. Now you got this. And the nanny taking care of somebody else raising your kid when you got somebody that's sitting there at home. When you come in, you got a meal. She go fuck, suck, do whatever she can. Right. She go take them kids to work and do all that. It's a gift and a curse. Like it's no rule to it.
And that's extreme. But again, when I was in 7th grade, I learned this word. I learned this word. No, you said CEO. You know what I'm saying? But check it. I learned this word in 7th grade, and this shit is still real to this day. It's called an inference. Definition of an inference is an educated guess. So I have to take some type of factor to make an educated guess. So if you put this woman and this woman in front of me, I'm going to use whatever factors I have to make an educated guess and say, yeah, you know what? That's probably better. Am I 100%? Nah, but I'm going to take the factors. If you have two people walk up to us right now, we walk outside and they say, look, I got a deal for Wait No More. One got holes in his shoes and one got on fucking gators. You going to rock with the gator nigga?
No, I want to see what both of them talking about.
You don't get that. No, you going off a visual. You don't have that. Before you even open their mouth, you're going to make an educated guess off of what they look like. You could be like, man, holes in his shoes.
I don't know. The red might go the other way.
Listen, he might, but I like my chances of him going with the motherfucker with the gators, and not the gators, the Gucci loafers. Let's be real. Nigga with the Ferragamo loafers, and a nigga with holes in his sandals with a hole in the shit. You gonna be like, you know what? Let me see what he got going on. And listen, it could be reversed. That cat could be the one with the bread, but we have to. That's all we can do in life. Every day we get up, we make educated guesses. Inferences based on where we at. Risk. So I'm going to use what I've learned and what I've compiled throughout my life to make an educated guess and say, I'm going to gamble with CEO. Because at very least, my kid will get a 501k.
It's definitely a risk, but my point is we have all these 30-year-old single women that at that point when you 30, you came across a million guys that was right for you and you passed them up because of how we think.
I mean, again, it's different factors, man. I mean, I got a lot of female friends, and I think that women sound fucked up, but they just don't understand men and how simple we are. Like, we're super duper simple, and women, it's happening in my dating life, happening to me with homegirls coming to me telling me about their dating life. They just truly don't understand and get men and how simple we are, and they overthink shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, and they move based upon that. A lot of times they don't move based on logic. They move on emotion a lot of times. And that shit shoots them in the foot.
A lot of times.
Every time. You know what I'm saying? And, a man to say some shit like, yo, you're cheating on me because I seen your phone ring at 2 a.m. A woman to say, yo, you're cheating on me because you just feel like you're cheating on me. A nigga be like, what the f-?
Well, I think 9 times out of 10, if a woman feels that way, the intuition is going to tell you right.
I hear you, but we can't measure intuition.
That was a bad example.
We can't measure intuition. We can measure Pizza Hut calling you at 2 a.m. That's some real shit. But you just roll over like, man, I was dreaming you was fucking on the bitch. It's like, huh?
Who says that? What type of women you dealing with?
That's because y'all be doing it.
That's what they be doing. I'm just saying.
Women do that.
Yeah. So a lot of times, man, the writing be on the wall. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put you on blast a little something.
What?
This is one of my homegirls. She was telling about a cat she was dating. And son was on some super boring shit.
Oh yeah.
WYD text, not doing shit.
But I gave him a chance.
She gave him a shot.
Like, I'm gonna give you a chance.
She seen it through.
And
it didn't end up being nothing or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? So son, he didn't step to the plate or whatever like that. But again, a lot of times, man, women don't, really see like the simple up and down shit. And they don't want to believe it. You know what I mean?
Standards too high.
I gave this dude
I can't say.
I'm sorry, I did.
I can't even say standards too high, man, because some women put themselves in a position where they deserve to have, the pick of the litter.
How?
I feel like, we visual creatures, you know what I'm saying? Physical appearance is a big thing for us. And a lot of women, they really put a lot of effort into that. And again, I got all these different little shit with me. Clear. But I got a rubric. I can't rate the girl who sleeps all day and kicks it, don't have to work. I can't rate her the same as the worker bee who working 9 to 5. You chilling all day, you got a chance to go to the gym, you got all this extra shit. Shorty get up 8, 7 o'clock, putting the kids on the bus, coming home cooking dinner. So I have to give some leeway for all that type shit. You know what I'm saying? But a woman who is holding her own with that shit, with the Insta famous girl, that's a bad motherfucker right there. You know what I'm saying? So
why we don't value that woman that's doing that in our society and all that, the whole bad bitch thing and all that, why we don't value that woman as taking care of her kids, working, doing that shit way harder than your Instagram famous, your entertainer, whatever.
I mean, the same
why
reason,
we don't value her as that's the bad bitch.
Yeah, well, the same reason why women like bad boys. The same reason why women like, niggas with 2-3 kids, niggas with felonies, niggas who just came home and all that. I mean, listen, we can't make this just germane to us.
Where do you get these? Where?
Am I lying? Women like the bad boys. Not every woman, but a lot of women, they like the bad boys. We see it. We see the same cats, man. I ain't gonna put nobody on blast. We see the same cats, man, online. Women dog them for not taking care of their kids and all that. But they keep a new one. It's somebody stay lining up to fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? So traditionally, we've seen that shit. When we was in high school, they wasn't fucking with the niggas that was the junior with them. They had the old drug dealers put up to them with the car to get them. I'm just saying, but like by and large, we've seen that shit. So
not by large.
The bad ones. The baddest girls at your school had old niggas they was fucking with, and they was fucking with the bad boys. Really?
Couple.
They was fooling with the athletes.
It wasn't that many.
Well, it's only a couple bad ones. I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying? They not all gonna be bad, but them ones.
No, it was.
Them
yeah,
ones.
you're right, but it wasn't that many.
Them ones. You had a couple girls that's go get on to the athletes. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with the athletes. You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen. I had probably she was either 1 or 2 in my class, baddest chick in my class. I ain't sell no dope. I couldn't dunk a ball. I had a car though. You know what I'm saying? I had a job and all that, and I was always on my joke shit. So I fucked around and got her. It worked out for me and shit like that. But like I said, by and large, and the nigga before that, he was in the street. He had to, you know what I mean, before that. So when you ask that question, why we don't value him, man, I mean, this shit been like this before us. It's just magnified now because of social media, but this shit been going back beginning of time, man. Our grandmama was fucking with the nigga with the Cadillac with the diamond in the back. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. My grandmother, I found out when I got older, my grandmother had like 4 baby daddies, man. I didn't really realize at the time. It was, she was good woman though.
I think a lot of us date for our friends too, though.
Yeah.
We don't date because, again, when a woman go out and she got something with her, you know what I'm saying, she want a homegirl to be like, girl, go on that chat and be like, I see you. And I know a lot of fellas that done that. They want the bad chick, and then you know what I'm saying, your partners be like, bro, you got you one for real, for real. That, especially now in this day and age, all it take is one post, boy, but hit you, boy, I see you, boy.
Hey.
And then that's it, right? We not necessarily looking at the day-to-day, can she hold a conversation? Does she take care of herself? Does she really love herself? Does she value herself? What other principles and morals, like Red talked about peace, you know what I'm saying? Like what is her love languages? We don't talk about none of that, because at the end of the day, I
think a lot of women talk about it, y'all just don't listen.
That part.
That's the problem.
That part.
That ain't what I said.
Women,
based on how we date,
women talk
though.
about that all the time. See, and
being a part of because being in them conversations too, like knowing I remember, you know what I'm saying, after, it was a year or so after my divorce, and I was literally dating this one female, you know what I'm saying? She asked me to pull up on her, you feel me? She was with her and her homegirl, right? I acted naive and everything. They had all kind of signals, everything going across the table. And that was me being live in the moment to witness them two. And then it was like, girl, we got to go to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they needed to, whatever else they needed to communicate about, they needed to be able to freely get that off. So they have nothing to do with nothing because it was the perception of, girl, what you think? Not me and her, you feel me? Like, it was more so, what you think?
Wait until we leave.
I
Go
wait
home
later
and talk about it.
You got to understand
So do
something.
your homegirl
Y'all keep
influence
going
you?
to what y'all do. I'm talking about a majority of females. It's not everybody, right? How you move is different.
Do y'all
Cool.
homegirl influence you though?
No,
Do y'all homegirls influence
Now, I will say this.
Boy, big
Years
cat.
ago, I would say yes.
Not now.
Years ago, no.
You know that ain't on my side.
Because what she be liking, But in vice versa. Back in the day, yeah, it did.
I'm gonna get your opinion, but I'm gonna still do what I want.
No, you just say you just met her. What about Joya? What about Joya opinion? Joya.
No, because the things that we like in guys are different. So
you don't care what Joya say about?
No.
It won't influence you.
No.
Me either.
Because because what she likes in guys or what she visually thinks something is cute or something, it may be different for the both of us. I may not think this guy she talked to is cute. She's not gonna not talk to him just because I said, girl, he is not cute. No. That was like high school stuff.
Women just want to talk sometimes and just have someone to talk about what they got going on. Maybe guys do too. Now I might ask for your opinion just to kind of, filter out what I'm already thinking, but I'm gonna ultimately go with what I think anyway.
Yeah.
And then if the feelings are there, I don't really care what y'all say.
Ain't that why
I'm gonna have your back regardless. I don't care if you're in jail.
Stay so long in relationships. If we listen to the females all the time, we would have probably been left relationships going on, and that's why we stay too long, because we do what we want to do.
That's a good point.
Most of the time, your friends give you better.
Take that with a grain of salt.
Whatever.
Because on the flip side, when they tell you something you know you ain't got no business doing, you're going to try to prove somebody wrong. You're going to try to make a point. Some people, especially these days, people that have been in relationships for a long time, they move on. Everybody's sizing up what you're doing. So then it's like, if you get with somebody, there's a situation, and people going to be like, bro, you on some bull, they going to try to make that thing work. I ain't gonna call nothing. I know the conversations I'm having, the rooms I've been in. I know from my own personal experiences, they gonna mash the gas just to try to prove a point. There are some people, until they can't no more.
Men and women, that do that, and that's why a lot of them get divorced. And that's because they want to prove a point, because they don't want to be embarrassed or have people talk about them. That goes both ways.
I didn't say that it didn't.
I'm just saying. I didn't say that it didn't. But I'm just saying.
Me too.
All right, guys. Well, we got a lot accomplished, more so on Rick's end. I guess so. There's no more McDonald's.
What do you mean?
So it's not
out of there.
It's out of there.
Yeah,
no Wendy's either.
No, again, man.
Chick-fil-A. They got good benefits.
Chick-fil-A got damn good employees.
Chick-fil-A got good benefit.
But overall, like I said, we all moving through this dating life, and we trying to, figure out how to cut to the chase, like who's gonna waste our time. But not you. But as we move through, we all trying to get to the goal, whether that's marriage, whether that's having sex with somebody, whether that's whatever. And now we got to use those different things. So again, for me, and I think for a lot of, men, we're going to look at a lot of people, we're going to look at those different things and use them as indicators on, what's worth our time and what's not. So can we totally miss out on some great stuff? For sure. But I'm willing to take that risk, man.
Clearly, you've been risking it all.
Been risking it all.
Well, this is a great episode. I love my guest here. I also want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Chick Cone, if you're in Atlanta, Chick in a Cone. Rodney, that's the owner. Holla at him, tell him Big Lex sent you. Also our sponsor, The Patio, which is in Smyrna, Georgia. The only spot that's really popping in Smyrna, so pull up on them. And last sponsor, The Lady Dealer. She gonna get you right with the best vehicle. So hit her up. IG, everybody's tagged in it. So anything else anybody wanted to say before we? So you just officially gonna let them know the restaurant people can't come at you?
I mean, listen.
Just go ahead, because right now, this is your chance to fix
How
this.
much she have to make?
It's not a dollar amount. It's more of a.
What kind of job?
No, I mean, listen. the job is an indicator of how hard or what you've been doing up to this point in your life.
So what kind of job?
Not anything. I mean, shit, you could be a damn 40-year-old grad student. You know what I'm saying? Living on social services. You could be on welfare.
Sound good.
No, true story.
How?
Huh?
How could she? But she just can't pick McDonald's to get a love.
It's not even a pick. I mean, I don't think anybody picks McDonald's. I think you're kind of like, you got to settle for that. You like settle. You know what I mean? But nah, I mean, again, a chick could be
Next topic.
Next
settle.
topic.
40 years old, man, social, getting welfare, WIC, the whole nine. But she might be in school to be a damn lawyer. Like, yo, you got to do what you got to do in order to get by in the meantime. So that job just is more of an indicator of like what your ass is willing to work for. That's how I treat it.
Final thoughts?
I'm actually looking for love. I'm just not. I've gone through some bad ones, and I'm just picking
You
wisely now.
don't listen. You gotta listen.
Who don't listen?
We trying to tell you. You just gotta listen. You gotta
I
come back.
listen.
You gotta come back.
That's
next
why
week. You gotta come back.
that's
Me
why
and
I'm
JP gonna
single,
let you
because
know.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
You see, we got our dog right. She about to be in a
She-
relationship.
What right?
Why?
You right? Oh, okay.
She on the
part.
right. She
If
on the
she
right
right, I'm
path.
right.
Absolutely.
Look how she smiles.
I see.
JP, get off me.
He's like,
Final thoughts.
Man, I just love y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just passing out positive vibes, but I mean, at the end of the day, I think we all got to do what we feel is best for us. And I think there's one of the biggest rules that I live by. There are actually no rules when it comes to relationships.
Absolutely.
So we literally got to go with what we feel. We got to, understand the vibe, but don't beat yourself up in the event that some things may not go the way that you expect. Like, it could be the most healthiest, wholesome person that could still pick out a toxic individual. So either way it go, it's just about really going with what you feel, trial and error, and do the best you can. And positive vibes. Lex, you said something earlier. Got to be careful with the things that you say, how you speak, because you planting seeds. So, obviously you feeling good about this new situation. Hope everything work out. But, these are some of the little tidbits that can help us all as men, as women, as we are, going in relationships, or even in regards to loving ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We got to get back to doing those things, which are very important, which help us get into situations that are meant for us. The more we love us, the more we cherish us, and we're bringing and inviting that energy into us. So that's what I got.
Mr. Red. Mr. Rushing. Any final thoughts?
come on, you got it. Come on. Give the people something.
I like what he said. No
I love
rules.
what he said.
No rules on relationships. And if you fuck up, just go look in the mirror, pat yourself on the chest, say, "I picked the wrong one."
I picked the
Lowering
wrong.
standards.
Picked the wrong one.
He's a lawyer saying.
And lowering your standards is not bad. We look at it as a negative statement. It's not bad. It can be the best thing you can do.
So standards and preferences are two totally different things.
All that shit the same. It's just when you want to, like Rick did earlier, he just wanted to make his point, so he made this different than that. All that shit is the same, how we come across with it. Change and standards, we all talking about the exact same thing. So, that's what it is.
If you go from a...
Oh, hell no.
No, seriously. If you go from a, a Lexus to a Toyota, they both made by the same company, but that's lowering your standards. But if you go from this Lexus to this Lexus, you just went from the SUV to the sedan.
I like some Toyota.
But I'm just saying.
No, the point is you're lowering your standards is I don't date none but
I don't drive nothing but a Lexus this. But if you get a Toyota, that's lowering it. But if you get a Lexus and this Lexus, same
the
level.
Toyota lasts longer.
I'm just saying, but they
No, that's the thing. You're being too technical. Even if I say, that's why I said we look at lowering your standards as bad. But if you lowering your standards, or as Rick say, changing your standards, like if you don't want a football player, you might meet a baseball player.
Absolutely.
But you lowered your standards. You changed your standards.
Right.
But that's the thing. It ain't about on the same level or $100,000 and I got to go down to 50. It's just little stuff. That's my viewpoint on it.
Okay. We're over Rick.
We got to get on that lawyer.
Yes, that's going to be that.
And we got to bring Rick back.
Yes, because he got a lot of insight. All right, well, we're going to close episode 7 out, Expectations Part 2. I want to, like I said, thank my special guest and co-host for being a part of this episode. And we are out.